an intruder managed to slip through that tight security net, breaking into the mansion. Police say he awoke Harrison and his wife Olivia, who both struggled with him. But before they subdued the attacker, Harrison was stabbed repeatedly. Doctors say one stab wound pierced his chest cavity, perilously close to a major artery.
The chest is full of main blood vessels and arteries, and the lungs are full of main blood vessels as well. So, as I say, it is just by chance that it wasn't more serious.
The suspect, identified as a 33-year-old Liverpool man, was treated for head wounds and released to police. He was expected to be charged with attempted murder. Authorities say it appeared the intruder broke in, aiming to attack Harrison.
I don't believe it is a burglary that's gone wrong. I suspect the offenders come down here deliberately.
The 56-year-old former lead guitarist of the Beatles is best known for hits like My Sweet Lord, Something, and As My Guitar Gently Weeps. Long known as the Quiet Beatle, he has maintained a low profile in recent years, but he did step up security at his mansion after a deranged man shot and killed ex-Beatle John Lennon outside his New York apartment building in 1980. The safeguards, it turned out, weren't enough. Even with John Lennon's death and the extra security precautions it brought about, another celebrity, another ex-Beatle, was not even safe in his own home. Chris Burns, CNN, Harefield, England.
Well, this is Linda Tripp, as most people remember her, surrounded by news crews as she revealed she had taped phone conversations with Monica Lewinsky. It seems that she might be harder to recognize these days. The New York Post reports that she's had extensive cosmetic surgery. It quotes her agent.
100th anniversary. A few million people expected to gather on Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro. Our Charles Ziwi has already staked out his terrain. Charles?
Frank, here in Rio right now, it's a warm summer's evening. That's right, it's summertime south of the equator. And here on Copacabana Beach, one of the world's most famous beaches, there's still lots of people out. Back over the sounds of the waves, we've been listening to samba music. Up until just a few minutes ago, people here already partying. This is, after all, already New Year's Eve here in Rio de Janeiro. Out on the beach behind me, you can see one of the customs that's associated with the Brazilian New Year's, and that is that people dressed in white come down to the beach and offer flowers and champagne to Lemanja. She is the god, the queen of the sea, and they are offering prayers for health and happiness and good luck in the new year. Throughout the day, we've watched just dozens and dozens of groups come here. Tomorrow night at this time, they expect about 3 million people to be here on Copacabana welcoming in the new year. They're planning a huge fireworks display. 17 separate sets of fireworks are ready to be set off at the stroke of midnight. And officials are saying that the party here on Copacabana will be easily one of the biggest, if not the biggest, and best party in the world, primarily because it's summertime. This will give you an idea of some of these displays that have been put up. People have been placing flowers here on the beach, and tomorrow night at this time, can you imagine 3 million people dressed all in white with flowers in hand, partying, having a good time? They're not worried about Y2K here. Brazilian officials say that they have done everything to ensure that the fire protection, the police protection, that the air traffic control is all ready to go, that the phone system will remain up. But like in the United States, they're telling people, please don't pick up the phone at midnight because that'll cause delays in getting a dial tone. There's no threat of terrorism here, as one official told me today. That's not something we're worried about. In fact, Brazilians tonight seem to be more concerned about working on their tans and having one heck of a party than anything, any kind of worry about Y2K. Charles Ziwi, CNN Live, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
And as you can tell, so much of the world will be celebrating tomorrow. CNN is your ticket to the party, so don't go away. Newsstand will continue.
Next, we look ahead at the world we'll wake up to in the new millennium.
I think that what the U.S. has succeeded in doing...
The automobile body plant in Flint, Michigan quit working, sat down, and said they'd stay until General Motors recognized their union. Organizers weren't sure it would work, but the strike spread to GM plants outside Michigan. 5 weeks later, the company agreed to deal with the United Auto Workers Union. And on this day in 1940, a 6-mile road called the Arroyo Seco Parkway opened between Pasadena and Los Angeles. What is now the Pasadena Freeway was the first of its kind in what is now the land of the freeway, where travel often isn't much faster than it was 59 years ago. Mark left CNN.
And coming up next on CNN Headline News, we will see who's benefiting and who got duped from
a young lady, a young gentleman, a more mature lady or a more mature man, of any, whatever you're doing in life. This is just the
early 1800s. Thomas Beale is said to have...